my folks were only 84 the year that they passed on. For a little while it seems you got time to choose your dreams. Pretty soon you look around and you see 100 years ain't what it used to be. And my grandpa Roy, when he was a boy in 1904, he was taught by men who fought in the actual Civil War. And only 8 decades passed and my high school class put the tassels on the other side. Started on our way full of naivete on the great American ride. The months and years slide past, each more quickly than the last. Pretty soon you look around and you'll see 100 years ain't what it used to be. Oh, Johnny!
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Johnny Heidt. Oh, yeah.
Did the guitar face.
Ibuprofen's under buy again in my online shopping cart. Every week I learn of something else I should be doing for my heart. If I use the wrong pillow, I might have trouble getting out of bed. My hair grows in my ears and nose now more than on my head. As a kid, to me, ancient history was something like World War I. But I arrived close to that time and this year as I sing this song. And I'm starting to find I can wrap my mind around life is brief and dear. I can hardly believe my baby girl's turned 26 this year. Oh, a little while it seems you got time to choose your dreams. Pretty soon you look around and you'll see everybody 100 years ain't what it used to be. Before you know it, you're 63, making plans for Medicare A and B. You look around yourself and you see 100 years ain't what it used to be.
You had to drink castor oil.
We got to get
And that's the taste I get in my mouth when I watch those Washington hearings.
Suchi boy?
What?
I'm rolling.
What?
Josh Arnold.
Are we doing this?
Oh,
What's the rush?
Because it's
the
12:01.
rush is you, by the way.
Right, you're the rush.
We got to get out of here. Let's go.
Asshat.
Jeez.
Josh Arnold, investment consultant, brings you Garage Logic podcast number 1729. Who would have thunk it?
Hey.
March 4, 2026. 61 degrees, the high we reached on two occasions on this day, in 1983 and again in the year 2000, when we were supposed to have that Y2K thing. Remember that?
Everything was going to crash.
Yeah. And it was 22 below on this day in 1873. Call Josh Arnold at 952, especially now, things are weird. Call Josh Arnold at 952-925-5608 and chat with Josh on his dime for 48 minutes.
Hail the flashlight king.
And now, from the mayor's office above the boathouse on the east shore of Spoon Lake, it's Garage Logic with Chris Reavers manning Technology Corner, Kenny Olson from the Krabby Coffee Shop, John Heidt in the newsroom, and of course, the Rookie. Here is your flashlight king, fireworks commissioner, and the keeper of common sense, your mayor, Joe Souchere.
The Cleveland Plain Dealer is a venerable old newspaper. And she's got a new byline. On recent articles about an ice carving festival, a medical research discovery, and a roaming pack of chicken slaving chaos. No, chicken slaying dogs. Where did I come up with what I thought that said?
Chicken Lane.
Chicken slaying dogs. A reporter's name is paired with the words Advanced Local Express Desk. You know what that means?
What does that mean?
Uh-oh.
This article was drafted by artificial intelligence.
Ooh.
This article was produced with assistance from AI tools and reviewed by Cleveland.com staff. Reads a note on the bottom of each robot-penned piece, differentiating it from those still written primarily by humans. The disclosure has done little to stem the backlash that caromed across the news industry after the paper's editor, Chris Quinn, published a Feb 14 column lamenting that a fresh-out-of-college job applicant withdrew from a reporting fellowship when they found out the position included no writing, just filing notes to an AI writing tool.
I got you.
See, and
Over? Did you say over?
And that's all I can play.
it's over.
When it's over.
Can't play the
I mean, no,
music.
seriously.
I'm not joking. I'm
It
with
is
you.
officially over.
It's over.
Yeah.
Because this is the beginning of the end of the news. Oh, my God. I can't believe that.
This Quinn editor, Chris Quinn, about whom I know nothing, said artificial intelligence is not bad for newsrooms. It's the future of them, adding that by removing writing from reporters' workloads, we've effectively freed up an extra workday for them each week.
To do what?
Yeah,
That's what
Look
they're
for a
supposed to
job.
do. Yeah.
To look for a gig.
On social media, industry veterans recoiled at the sentiment. Former Financial Times editor Lionel Barber called it beyond dumb. Axios reporter Sam Allard defended the applicant for wanting to be a journalist instead of an AI content farmer. Huff Post editor Philip Lewis wrote, as editor for a newspaper encouraging removing writing from reporters' workloads should just resign. Here's the deal. Newspapers, the closer you get to the country's tallest buildings, were all once terribly crucial to the ebb and flow of this country.
Okay.
You didn't have your internets. You didn't have your Googles. You didn't have your little phone.
You had on-time delivery of the daily newspaper.
But this stems from something, Joe. I talked to you.
I was going to finish this. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
All right.
the plain dealer's 184 years old. I mean, it was there at the beginning, and now it's at the forefront of an industry-wide push to reimagine. Would you foghorn that, please? Reimagine. Go bleep yourself with your reimagine. Outlets such as the New York Times, the Financial Times, and the Washington Post have begun to incorporate the technology into parts of their journalism and experiment with interactive chatbots. I don't even know what a chatbot is. What is a chatbot?
It's usually something that can assist you. For instance, let's say you're looking to buy a car. You might meet Kaya, who's on the chatbot, and she is not a human being. She's here to assist. Are you looking for a brand new vehicle? Are you looking for a used vehicle?
And this thing called a chatbot would tell me.
Yes.
Industry.
What did you say?
Imagine a future.
Yeah.
It's across the board, though, Joe. It's everywhere.
Why am I? You know what? I gave up yesterday on funding the new arena. I'm giving up on this too.
But I guess what I
told you.
That's what
people,
they want.
I told you people 10 years ago. I'm going out the day that there's no more mail.
Okay.
No more AM radio. No more writing by sending bills in with checks. No more newspapers. What else did I have? It's all coming true. Yes, you in the back.
So now you're a podcast host. You pay your bills online, and you got to get your Sunday column in by Thursday.
I don't pay any bills online.
You don't.
Right, I'm saying.
But in your home.
Oh, that's done all the time.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't. I think that's voodoo. I don't do that. I'm going to the post office. It's over. It's over. If your daily newspaper is put together by a computer, it's over.
I got news for you.
It's been over for a while.
This is the beginning of a new trend. Well, you and Patrick talked about this on Monday Night Sports Talk a couple days ago.
What did we say?
Exactly.
What did we
You
say?
should ask AI what you said.
Yeah.
Well,
hey, chatbot, what did we say?
Remember Royce's tirade about how the Sunday paper had no live, or not live, but no.
Yeah, but no, he wasn't talking about AI. He was talking about these impossible deadlines that newspapers have created.
But that's my point. That's what's going to come.
Why don't the papers just say, we're done printing. If you want our paper, it's online only, and then you'll get up-to-date stuff.
Too many of the old timers saying, "Nope, I need that feel."
I'm about to make a confession.
Ooh.
I'm throwing in the towel.
You're making the switch?
I'm going online newspapers.
Yeah, I stopped going to town for newspapers 2 months ago now. Beginning of the year.
That way I get a score. I don't care what the weather is. It'll be on my computer. I'm done. I gave up. I gave up yesterday.
How many people?
I don't know what's happening to me.
How many people were at the Wild game last night? That's what you want to know.
Was it a full bowl?
I watched 2 periods. The boys look good, and they beat the Tampas 5-1.
This
is very serious.
How about
this is
Tampa's
very
didn't
serious.
Look great.
850 puck drop, by the way.
The Tampas looked bad.
I don't care. W's a W.
They're ready to go to the lake.
How about Kirill passing Marianne?
Yeah. What, 200 goals or something?
Something like that. Yeah, a lot of them.
Anyway, I'm going online. It's probably cheaper and the whole deal.
Just went John Bansley on us.
That's what I'm like John Bansley. All I got is
that newspaper.
This newspaper. That's all I got. And now it's they're telling me they're using chatbots. That's exactly what the fellow who turned down the fellowship at the Cleveland Plain Dealer was absolutely correct. You mean you want to hire me to feed information to a computer? That's farming. He was recruited to be an AI farmer.
I think
the
it's
straw
cute.
hat, the whole
It's
deal.
really cute that you finally caught up with the rest of us because this is so prevalent everywhere, Joe. There's so many documentary channels now on YouTube, and they're all 100% AI driven. The voiceover, the imaging, everything is AI.
Well,
History books are being replaced. True documentaries are being replaced. Research is being replaced.
Jesus,
reporting.
Jesus wept,
Yeah.
as the Brits say.
Yeah.
Jesus wept.
He sobbed his eyes out.
Here's how fast life is. I was lucky enough to experience newspapers at the very peak of their power. Mm-hmm. We had a jet.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to cover a game here. The plane leaves at 8 o'clock Sunday morning.
And probably not send one person, two people.
Two?
Nate
least
Bargatze.
two photographers minimum, 3 reporters, Sid.
Wow.
Bargatze has a great line. He goes, I was born in the 1900s.
So was I.
We experienced life as it should be.
I saw newspapers at the very peak of their power and influence. They were taken seriously. It was all we had.
Everything about the 60s, 70s, and 80s, reporting, music, culture was awesome.
When
and
was
it was real.
Sorry, Ken. When was the change at the Star Tribune where they became a little more left-leaning or euphorian-minded? Do you think there was a point in time, or was it a gaslight? When a reporter just gave you, here's what it is. It's not spewing gasoline or energy or whatever.
What the hell are you talking about?
Talking about when were the reporters giving straight-laced reporting versus when did it change where they give it their little left twist? Was there a point in time that you can remember, or was it just gradual?
Gradual.
Okay.
Gradual. Well, what are you going to do?
How we do it?
I give up. I mean, it's done. I'm sure that every paper in the country, in order to survive, is going to go down the road of the Cleveland Plain Dealer.
There was a piece. I should have sent it to you.
Some guy that owns the St. Paul paper is a hedge fund baron. His name's escaping me. I've said this before. And I always had this fantasy of finding him in a bar on what's the exclusive street in Palm Beach, right down the block from the Breakers. There's this exclusive street with great saloons where the only people in there are billionaires. And I always had this fantasy of going in there and just beating the shit out of them.
Alden Global Capital.
Alden, yeah.
Greg, publisher's Greg Manzanek.
Whatever. No, he isn't. He doesn't know what the paper is.
There was a piece done over the weekend, and I should have sent it to you guys, but you guys don't read anything I send you anyway. However,
that's true.
It was basically how AI, if you have kids in school these days, we're now educating kids to prepare them for the future of a world in which AI is going to take over all of these jobs anyway. And much like we've been talking about before, where the trade industry is where kids should really focus their energy on, and other things that AI-generated material cannot take over.
Rook, look up what's the toniest street in Palm Beach? Because this bar, I have a specific bar in mind where I bet this guy goes. I don't know if he drinks or not, but it's a restaurant too. It's the kind of place for JFK Jr. would be trying to pick up some 40-year-old.
Worth Avenue?
Yeah. Now name me. You all know the name because it has a history. If you name me the...
Let's see. Worth Avenue, Palm Beach Island for luxury shopping and dining.
Yeah.
Clematis Street, West Palm Beach for nightlife. Other notable streets
It's on Worth Avenue.
Okay.
It's a different world. It's just... Didn't I tell you the story where a guy showed up on Worth Avenue in a Rolls Royce? And I stepped into the street.
You live around here?
Well, it was kind of that. I stepped into the street to take a picture of it on my phone, just because it was a cool car.
I remember you telling this.
The guy got out of it clearly mobbed up. Clearly, he had the dame that looked like the mall. What do you call those gangster girlfriends? The mall.
Gun mall.
And she, had the silver hair and the tight dress and the whole thing. And the guy looked at me, and I thought it finally registered in my head.
Do donna die.
This guy does not want me taking a picture of his car. And I just, typical me, I just blurted out, I love your car, man. I love your car. And he looked at me and I just kind of slinked away.
Thanks for loving
hoping
my
I wasn't going to get shot in the back.
Thanks for liking my car. I'm going to let you live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh? Taboo. That's it. Thank you, Gabe. The bar's taboo.
Alden Global Capital is run by President and Managing Director Heath Freeman and co-founder Randall D. Smith.
That's the guy, Randall D. Smith.
He's the
Nobody's
one that
ever
started
seen
it.
him. Very private guy. He owns Media News, I think, which is based in Denver, and Media News includes in its properties Pioneer Press and blah 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 blah. It's no big deal. It's
They're going to be okay.
Everything's okay. Everything's okay. But I've always, wanted to walk in Taboo and have somebody point out Randall Smith.
Well, you could probably kick his ass. He's
And
only
then
83. He went to
grab
Cornell. Went to Penn.
Suit, you grab a server's tray and you slap him
Yeah.
upside the head with it.
Wharton. I mean,
Well, yeah, I'm sure obviously he's a tremendous success. If he's living in Palm Beach.
At the cost of many thousands of people and their careers.
Hey,
Can
let's eat here.
I really
Whoa.
blow your mind?
Sure.
And I don't like doing this to you, but I just want to show you an example, so bear with me.
Is this germane to what we're talking about?
100%.
All right.
I generated a short podcast where I opened up our mics,
Meaning us here?
put this into the content, and this is what was created in about, I think it took about 45 seconds.
You mean you did this just now?
Just now. You ready?
Yeah.
Welcome back to the next frontier, everyone. So excited for today's episode, Eden, because we're diving into something that literally everyone is talking about: how we work. Remote, hybrid, the future. My brain is buzzing.
Indeed, Avery. It's a fascinating landscape to explore. Today, we'll unravel the intricate tapestry of modern work, focusing initially on the trajectory of remote work, where it's truly taking hold, and where we're observing a shift back to more traditional models.
Okay, seriously? A shift back? But everyone says remote is the future. Where is it becoming more
can't take
prominent?
this.
And
Turn it off.
I can't take that.
But I guess what I'm
what
trying to...
hand chewer is going to listen to that?
Unfortunately,
Chris?
Ken, that's, I think, where it's going.
That's milquetoast, generic.
I couldn't agree more.
No personality.
Yep, I couldn't agree more. But to a company, thank God we don't work for that kind of a company, but to a company, that costs them $0.
And they got
But it's
zero
personality.
quality.
Well, what we do is based on
That wouldn't
personality.
work. You couldn't sell advertising for that. It wouldn't
I
work.
challenge that statement.
Well, there's nothing to listen to. Why would
You're
you
right,
buy
there's
time on that?
EcoFun Motorsports.
No, Eco.
No, I'm kidding.
Tim Bloom ain't buying time on that.
I agree with all of you because that's what we do here.
Well, let's return to the real world.
in
shall we?
07, Smith founded Alden Global Capital and was its chief of investments. It has a reputation for sharply cutting costs by reducing the number of journalists working on its newspapers. In the Atlantic, Mary McKay Coppins criticized Smith and co-founder Heath Freeman, saying no one has been more mercenary or less interested in pretending to care about their publication's long-term health.
Well, they come in and they do what's called harvesting. They leave you with bare bones.
You don't even have a tape dispenser.
I mean, it's
You don't even have a building.
we don't have a building.
Right, that's tough.
Joe, I want my hosts to be highly flawed individuals.
Yes.
Skeletons in their closets.
Well,
and
welcome to
baggage.
Garage Logic.
lustful thoughts about Forest Lake girls.
Yeah.
And
Forest Lake.
things to hide.
See what AI would feed AI.
Don't.
Now.
Don't feed AI anything.
No.
FAI.
Forest Lake Girl. See what they come up with.
All right.
Yeah.
It's going to give you something boring and generic. That's what
Well, that's
AI
why I
does.
want to find out.
It doesn't know what a Forest Lake girl
Maybe
is.
he likes boring
AI,
engineering.
do you know what a Forest Lake Girl is? In the meantime, can I tell you that we used to have affordable energy around here? That was before Walz signed his 100% renewable mandate, forcing all of our electricity to come from wind and solar by 2040. That's not that far
Come
away.
on.
And now the electric bills are going through the roof. But here's the deal. Minnesota power companies cannot plan for new nuclear energy. That's the cleanest, safest, and most reliable carbon-free energy on Earth. But a state law puts a gag order on nukes. Meanwhile, the rest of the world is sprinting towards advanced nuclear energy. Let's not repeat their failure. Go to AmericanExperiment.org. We're lucky to have this think tank around us. Go to AmericanExperiment.org and hit Take Action. Tell your representative it's time to free the nukes and restore reliable, affordable energy in Minnesota. It's the AmericanExperiment.org. While you're there, see what else they have. It's all interesting, wonderful stuff. AmericanExperiment.org.
Now say my folks were only 84 the year that they passed on. For a little while it seems you got time to choose your dreams. Pretty soon you look around and you see 100
I don't have the deal here because nobody did it.
Okay, thanks, Pops.
Well, it's got one job. Hang on, I gotcha.
Reality with a bite. The Joe Shure Show. Easy for me to say.
See, AI wouldn't do that for you.
That's right.
That was a real person. Deep creep is always the answer, even when it ain't. See, now AI isn't going to say ain't. AI ain't saying ain't. Ain't. AI is saying isn't. Let me explain what I mean by that. We all know deep creep is great as a regular maintenance item. It keeps things moving freely. But if you're using it to break a rusty bond and it doesn't immediately work, don't flip out and send me an email. Don't stop by my place either. I don't want to talk to you. Don't give up is what I'm saying. Give it some heat. Give it some propane heat, not the acetylene. Leave that tank alone. The propane torch is enough. Just get it good and warm, then soak it in deep creep. Enjoy the steam it produces, and then heat it again and give it another dousing, and then take a big old wrench to it. If it's still not working, do it again and again. Eventually, that deep creep is going to creep deep enough and get into those threads, and eventually you're going to be a happy camper with a freshly freed up nut and bolt or whatever. It creeps deeper than any other product you'll find on the shelf. And by the way, that shelf is the fine automotive chemical aisle of any store. It's available everywhere, and it's just another fantastic product from our friends at Seafoam.
Joe, I know. Whoops, I'm sorry. I had to shut your mics off because you and Rookie both like to talk while you're.
No, we had a problem.
Okay, gotcha. I will have that generated thing in a moment, but I know that you wanted to get to certain sections of Governor Walz and Keith Ellison's testimony today, so I wasn't quite sure which one you wanted first. You want to start with Walz?
Well, let's background everybody.
Let me background. Let me set that up.
Set the background.
I got it right here. Haven't Keith Ellison and Walz been testifying before Congress?
They've been there before, yes.
Prior to this day?
This is their second visit.
Not their first rodeo.
Well, the Oversight Committee is they're confronting Walz and Attorney General Keith Ellison. It's called a high-stakes hearing on welfare fraud. It was this morning in Washington. So we paid for Tim and
it might still be going.
Keith to fly out there. While Governor Walz hesitated, taxpayers lost billions. Attorney General Ellison has likewise claimed his office was aggressively holding fraudsters accountable. That's not true. But when his statements were tested against the record, they fell apart. The chairman of the committee is James Comer. He's a Republican from Kentucky. And they were here. Just a minute. We have spoken with over 30 whistleblowers, Comer said, many of them current employees and Democrats who say they were ignored. We know that from our own local news gathering. They were ignored, retaliated against, and even surveilled for raising concerns. Instead of protecting the whistleblowers, the Walz administration protected the system that enabled the fraud. Hours before the hearing kicked off this morning, the committee released a 53-page report that accused both Walz and Ellison of knowing about the fraud earlier than previously ever thought. And here's some of their testimony from this morning.
So the first one is the longest clip, and I think it's probably the one of the ones that has been echoing a lot of the things said on GL. It's from Representative Jim Jordan. I know you could draw your
maybe he listens to the show.
Maybe he's a representative, or excuse me, a Republican from Ohio, and he asked Governor Walz. They had a little back and forth here.
The payments are restarted. Why didn't you tell the truth about why you restarted the payments?
Well, Chairman, we did tell you, and Feeding Our Future grew because of the pandemic. And
I didn't ask that question. I said, why didn't you tell the truth about why you restarted the payments? The payments stopped because there were concerns, obviously. You wouldn't stop the payments. Then they're restarted a month later. What was the reason for restarting the payments?
My understanding was the agency believed that the court had required them to make those payments.
And that was false. What?
Stop. I know this case very well. I know the judge involved in this case. He never ordered the Department of Education to start the payments up again. He never did. He pointed out to the Department of Education what the rules suggest they have to do. He never said you must start the repayment. Walz has been living on this lie for 4 years.
I think that
you
is.
said that, didn't you? You said
I
that's
don't
why
think.
the reason you said the reason you restarted is because the court ordered you to do so. Is that right?
I don't believe that is settled yet.
It's settled.
To the best of my knowledge.
Well, I think it is.
It's settled.
Because the court did something that I just don't. I don't know if I've ever seen it. They issued a statement saying you were wrong in what you were saying. Right. This is from the court. It says, Feeding Our Future versus Minnesota Department of Education, correcting reports and statements by Governor Tim Walz concerning orders issued by the court. Here's what the judge says. Governor Tim Walz told the media that the Minnesota Department of Education attempted in payments to FOF because of possible fraud, but that Judge Guthman ordered payments to continue in April 2021. Next sentence. That is false. So you said something that wasn't true. He further states this, Judge Guthman, the court says this, Judge Guthman never ordered the Department of Education to resume payments to Feeding Our Future in April 2021 or at any other time. So I want to know, why didn't you tell the truth?
Congressman, the attorneys at the Department of Education interpreted that differently. Both of those judges are no longer on the bench, and I think
Stop.
that
Guthman retired. He insists that he never ordered it's clear in his language. He never ordered the department to start repayments.
The first 7 words. This is not some unnamed source talking to the New York Times. This is not some anonymous source talking to whatever your Minnesota Star Tribune or whatever your paper is. This is the court speaking. First sentence, first 7 words. Due to inaccurate statements by the governor, Ramsey County District Court judge has issued and authorized this following news release. That's pretty straightforward. So the court's lying?
I can't tell you, Congressman, but the interpretation
Somebody's lying, because you can't say the court ordered you to restart the payments, and then the court says we didn't order you to restart the payments. So either you're lying or the court's lying. And I'm just asking you, which one is it?
I just simply know what the attorneys at the agency believed, that it was a misinterpretation. And I would note that those payments...
Could it be you were trying to hide behind the court, Governor?
Yes.
Could that maybe be the reason why you issued the statements you did and why the court had to do something you never see done before? They issue a press statement saying you're wrong. The governor is wrong. His statement is, their words, not mine, false.
Stop. Before he issued that statement, Guthman went to the highest legal authorities in Minnesota to say, I need to release this. The highest legal authorities in Minnesota reviewed that and said, yes, you can and you must. All right.
Could that be the reason?
That was not the interpretation of the attorneys. And you know, court work, you can appeal those, Congressman, as you well know. I'm sure
Is it all about politics, Governor?
No, it's about taking care of our people, which
Minnesota
does better than
from
anyone
$3
else.
million. The behavioral intervention program went from $3 million to $400 million in 5 years. The housing stabilization went from $2.6 million to $104 million. The integrated community supports went from $4.6 million.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
because I am so discouraged by all of this. What's the point? What is that? Is he a senator or a representative, Chris?
A representative.
What is his goal here?
Grandstanding?
Well, that's a great question. This is part of the third rail theater that we're subjected to as citizens of the country.
Would the word be exposure?
I personally enjoy it just to see Walz squirm because he's being trapped by his lies.
That's all this is, unless there's a goal in mind.
Who knows what the goal in mind is?
The reason I'm so disgusted, Joe, is because I saw this play out again and again this morning during this hearing with the Republican side, and then it was just as equally off-putting, if not worse, on the Democrat side, where they didn't talk about fraud at all. They talked about ICE and the investigations of ICE.
Which has nothing to do with fraud.
I know. It's just such awful theater. It's just disgusting. And it doesn't seem like there's a goal in mind. Are we going to name names? Are we going to prosecute somebody? Is Walz going to end up in jail? Let's go here.
Yes.
Would you like another clip?
Yes.
Speaking of theater. In 2017, $1 million was spent on autism in the state of Minnesota.
Right.
And that grew to $343 million in 2024.
We've covered all this on this show.
Well, there were some questions being asked.
All right.
How much money was spent on autism in Minnesota?
By the way, Representative Nancy Mace, South Carolina.
In 2017, Governor?
I don't have those numbers in front of me, Congresswoman.
Did you prepare for this hearing today? Did you do any preparation
I take
for this
Congress
hearing today?
seriously.
And you've seen the numbers about autism fraud in Minnesota. So we're going to do some Minnesota math with you today, okay? Are you ready? How much money was spent on 2017 for autism in Minnesota? How much?
I don't know. I wasn't the governor.
Okay. Did you not just say that you prepared for this hearing today? $1 million, okay? A quick Google search or using your AI could tell you $1 million was spent. How much money was spent on autism in Minnesota in 2024?
I don't have the number in front of me. As
Were you governor in 2024?
I was, but I'm not the
Okay,
head
so
of
your
HHS.
excuse before that you didn't know what 2017 autism numbers were because you were not governor, and today you can't answer the numbers about 2024 as governor, and you still said you prepared for this hearing today. It's unbelievable. $343 million was spent in 2024. What percent increase is that from $1 million to $343 million? What percentage increase is that?
I'm not here to be your prop. Go ahead and tell me.
Are you governor of Minnesota or not?
Yes, I am. I'm
okay,
not.
well,
I'm
when
not
I'm
a prop
governor of
or a
South
member
Carolina,
Congress.
you can sure as hell bet that I'm going to know the math. The math is 34,200% increase, an increase of 343 times what it was in this time period. Do you know the number of children in Minnesota?
I know that Minnesota ranked as a top 3 state for children in the last year.
What is the total population in Minnesota?
5.7 million.
Okay. What is the total population of children in Minnesota?
I don't have the number in front of me right now.
Are you governor of Minnesota?
I know 400,000 were cut out of health care last week by the actions you made.
Because of fraud.
Are you governor of Minnesota?
I am.
And you don't know the number of children residing in Minnesota?
I don't have the specific numbers.
Let me tell you something. I think I can answer your question, Kenny. You're saying, what's the point of this?
I'm so disgusted
No,
by
I
that
know, but I'm going to
exchange.
answer your question.
Oh, my God.
I think the point of it is this kind of grilling has not happened here.
Locally. Yeah.
It has not happened here and presumably would not. The grip and power of the Walz gang is so powerful here that newspapers aren't going to do this. He hasn't been dragged into court. He has yet to face any consequences. He has yet to face any responsibility. So here is Congress.
I'm 100% behind everything you just said. I absolutely. What I have a problem with is the social media style theater.
I can't do anything about that.
It's below all of us, Joe. It's an insult.
Well, and again, I enjoy it because Walz is finally being questioned in ways that he should have been questioned here
absolutely.
5 years ago. Now,
Absolutely,
Congress,
but-
as far as I'm concerned, hasn't done their job. They're very good at this. I would love to hear them grill other people like this with this kind of intensity. But
she does make a point. The
well,
fact
of
that
course it's a point. The point is that autism fraud was just more than food fraud.
And he probably does know all of those numbers, but he's hiding behind the "I'm a knucklehead" kind of a mindset.
Well,
I don't think he does know.
You don't think so?
I don't think he's smart enough to retain it or even make a note to himself and to reference.
Do you have any of the audio of Keith Ellison?
Sure do, Joe.
Because he's just as complicit.
Oh, God, worse.
In fact, he was the one that kicked things off by saying that this all started because of Trump and
another
ICE.
way to answer your question, Kenny, is that this could inspire local people to arrest Walz.
Well, find some grounds.
Yeah.
I'm all behind. Well, you know how I feel about him. I don't have to explain myself.
This was because the initial exchange, Kenny, because Comer opened things up, then Ellison spoke, and then there was a Lutheran pastor. I can't remember what her name was. And then she spoke, and they basically ripped Trump and ICE, and they're the problem. But then there was this exchange between Keith Ellison and Tom Emmer.
This is a serious thing, Mr. Attorney General. You are the only one who thinks protecting taxpayer dollars is political. Mr. Ellison, my concern is that you actively obstructed this investigation in exchange for campaign donations, a quid pro quo. If these concerns are proven to be true, you should be disbarred and you should go to jail.
I thought this was longer. I apologize. I'll find out.
That was good. I like.
But he's not.
I didn't
wrong.
like his tone, but boy, he hit it out of the park there.
Yeah, I got so many problems with Emmer that
I kind of thought that was going to.
Well,
be
I mean, he's a
reaction.
tough talker here, but
he's so much theater, and tone down the talk radio stuff.
Yeah, leave that to us.
Yeah, Jesus.
He put a mint on Trump's pillow if he had to. So I have a lot of
You're
trouble.
going Ellison on it.
No,
You're
I have a
blaming
lot
Trump.
of trouble with Emmer. I have
I
a
know,
lot of trouble with
I'm
Emmer.
kidding.
I have
But I
more
loved
problems.
I loved what Emmer said to Ellison because it's all true.
Yeah, I have more problems with Ellison than I do Emmer.
There is
Go ahead,
some
Kenny. Or go ahead, Jenny. Sorry.
competition for Emmer in this area, you know, although the guy won't get many votes, a Republican. Mike Foley.
Yeah.
Yeah. His views align more with, I think, probably what we think. But I'm sure he'll get 1% of the vote in the primary.
Does he make his own signs?
Look, we've been governed by we're being
he's
governed by
very good.
crooks.
He's very good.
We're being governed by crooks.
Absolutely.
And again, I guess this goes to Kenny's question. I'm thankful for this. If this opens one or two eyes in Minnesota, that's one or two more than have been opened than currently, because this state has done a poor job, not only in legality but in public commentary and what have you. These people have not been nailed down about this. They just haven't. They've been able to skate through the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. It's time, and I'm guilty of this on Krabby too. We're going to talk about fraud again today and some angles we haven't heard yet, but it's time for us to start naming names. You know,
we are. It's Walz and Keith Ellison.
But there's people below that perpetuated the fraud and kept it going, and also in the PCA of all places. And we'll get into that today on Krabby.
I have one final piece of audio.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys ready for this? I think this
I don't know
might
if
be
they're
the most
ready.
significant portion of the of this segment in terms of this audio.
I have been so excited to ask you this. I mean, you know everything about everywhere, right? So tell me seriously, how attractive are the girls from Forest Lake, Minnesota? Like, what's the vibe? On a scale of 1 to 10, what are we talking about here?
That's certainly a direct question. When we talk
Stop, I can't take it.
It's one word, Chris. Thick. It's
With
spelled
2 C's.
THICC. No other answer will work.
No further questions, Your Honor.
AI, give me a break.
Boy, you go back a few years. I had no idea Walz was who he is.
You defended him early
Well, no,
on.
I mean,
No, I meant during COVID.
Well, when it first happened, I had no idea he was this person. None. Ellison and Walz are complicit. I would imagine, there's probably a great story of why Heather Mueller conveniently left as Department of Education chief the minute the bleep hit the fan.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason that Shireen Gandhi's predecessor left. You have testimony from people who work for the Department of Human Services who say they were blowing the whistle and were told not to. This is, and even more insidiously, I wonder if Walz got to it today. You'd have to listen to the whole testimony. I wonder if he floated that BS about how compassionate we are as a state. We're only trying to help people. That's the great, great fallacy of all this. They haven't helped anybody. They've only helped thieves.
There's one person, I think, that knows the names. And I'm not going to say it on the air because I'm going to feed it to Coles, and he's going to go after this person, and we're going to find out.
Well, that's a pretty good tease for the next show, isn't it?
If you know the ins and outs of the Feeding Our Future fraud, you'll know who I'm talking about.
Well, my guess would be Ilhan Omar.
You're not going to get her to admit anything.
No, I know that, but
no, you're going to.
I'm now convinced she's been, however, vaguely a background figure in this. However, allegedly, I suppose I should say.
A puppeteer?
Still would love to have her on the air, man.
Hold on.
What makes you happy, lady? What do you want?
Which one are you?
Who are you?
If there is wrongdoing here, do you think we'll ever see? I mean, illegal wrongdoing, purposeful illegal wrongdoing.
I think what will happen is that Trump and Ellison will return to the state and be comforted by the anti-Trump sentiment.
You mean Walz.
Walz. What did I say?
Trump and Ellison.
Okay, Walz and
Freudian
Ellison
slip.
will return to this state, and they'll be comforted by the attitude here that they couldn't possibly be wrongdoers. That's all Trump.
What about, though, the federal investigation? Shouldn't that somehow...
It should continue and arrest them.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking if they find proof, they will.
Yeah, and it can't happen without what happened today.
Yeah.
That could not
should
proceed.
Be just the very beginning. Should be the very
really,
beginning.
there's a long line of people who should be marched out of that state capitol in handcuffs.
Then again, most of the people that knew about the fraud investigation and were deeply involved have quit the...
Yeah, they took off. They're gone.
Yeah.
The irony just kicking me right in the crotch.
Yep.
It sounds like we're getting ready to go to a break, and I want to give you guys something to hang your hat on. Something where life is exactly what it is supposed to be.
Yeah.
The score from the hockey tournament right now.
Oh, yeah.
Hibbing Chisholm versus Dodge County.
Yep.
Hibbing 3, Dodge County 0.
Really?
I would imagine. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
I think Dodge County has 3 shots on goal.
Does Hibbing?
They have a dozen at least, but Hibbing has twice the amount.
You want a population shift? Hibbing has to be with another school. Hibbing Chisholm. What's 10 miles down the road?
Yeah.
But is Chisholm even on the uniform front? What I've seen is just Hibbing.
It's just Hibbing.
Or
Joe.
HC.
Don't even say that. Just as Hibbing.
Really?
And I don't have anything against Dodge County. It's just that, hockey was invented up there.
Where is Dodge County?
Down by Rochester.
That's Chris's neighborhood.
Yeah.
They got a nice arena down there, and they've got a good girls program as well.
Well, their sports programs are growing. Yeah, they're doing a nice job.
My Zephyrs playing the next game, Matamidi.
Boo.
The Zeph?
Yeah.
In an annual tradition, Rookie will give us the roster of Matamidi from 2017.
Yeah, what do you want to know?
God, that was the best. Royce just shredded you a new one.
Let's do Where Are They Now?
What year was that?
He's on 27, Rookie.
They played a while ago. He's in the NHL now.
Right, he's playing for the Rangers.
He's retired.
How many have retired from the NHL?
Well, didn't you also give us golf scores from a tournament that was about 2 years old?
That was... No, that was
Puerto
from
Rico
the
Open?
Columbia.
Columbia?
That was the Columbia tour.
Columbia Tour. What was that?
Hey, Rook, why are they all named Rico and Rocco
Hey,
and
you know what?
Pedro?
Let me ask you a question,
Yeah.
Mr. Broadcasting
Yeah,
Hall of
what do you-
Famer.
Sure.
What do you remember more? Rookie giving you an accurate roster from a high school tournament, or that story?
That's how memories are made, bro.
I remember the inaccurate story.
That's how memories are made.
know, Such doesn't remember anything positive that we have done.
No,
Right.
He just remembers when we F
measured your head. Remember when you played the wrong thing.
Say, I hope you got through that fog this morning. She was pretty thick.
Oh, yeah.
And I hope you didn't get in an accident, but if you did, you have to deal with an insurance company. They can be difficult to deal with. Get a hold of Bradshaw and Bryant personal injury attorneys. Insurance companies and adjusters, they almost require to have a team on your side. Bradshaw and Bryant and his team are there to explain your rights, represent you, help you through a tough time. I hope you're never in an accident, and I hope you're never hurt. Excuse me.
Yes.
But if you are, call
I hope you
Bradshaw
never burp.
and Bryant at 800-770-7008 or go to minnesotapersonalinjury.com for a free case evaluation. These guys are the best. Bradshaw and Bryant. Mike Bryant is top of the list here. And please don't be a part of the problem. Don't text and drive or drive distracted. That's just common sense from Bradshaw and Bryant.
not your thing.
The earth is not your mother. The Joe Souchere Show.
You know, we call that a palate cleanser because we are not AI generated. Neither is Hofferman Water and Connecticut. And you know what? It's the best water treatment system known to man. Yeah, I'm saying it. You want to know why?
Why?
Hanakana, you want to know why?
Because you will get crystal clear, beautiful, scrumptious water. Everything is better with Hofferman Water and Connecticut. Your cooking? Yep, check. Your showers? Of course, duh. Laundry? Uh-huh. Ice? Oh my goodness gracious, yes. Everything is better with Hofferman Water and Connecticut. You might not realize it, just how bad your water is. I didn't. So I made the call to Hofferman Water and Connecticut. And you know what? They have made a tremendous difference in the quality of the water inside of my home. Your first step, however, is you have to get on that schedule and have them come out for that free water analysis. Call them up directly at 612-895-2440 or book your appointment online at HoffermanWater.com. And as long as you're on that website, you can see every single different water treatment system known to man. And you know what? It's the best. HoffermanWater.com. They have been proudly serving the state of Minnesota for over 50 years. Please do me a favor and mention that you heard about them here on the Garage Logic podcast.
Here's Mr. John Heidt.
Thank you, Joe. This news brought to you by North American Banking Company. 4 of the 6 U.S. soldiers killed in the Mideast were identified yesterday by the Pentagon as members of the Army Reserve from different states who worked in logistics and kept troops supplied with food and equipment. One of those killed from the Twin Cities area. Sergeant First Class Nicole Amore of White Bear Lake, 39 years old, was one of the 6 killed. Amore enlisted in the National Guard as a automated logistics specialist in 2005. She transferred to the Army Reserve in 2006 and deployed to Kuwait and Iraq in 2019. Her awards and decorations include the Army Commendation Medal, National Defense Service Medal, Army Reserve Component Achievement Medal, Global War on Terrorism Expeditionary Service Medal, NCO Professional Development Ribbon, Army Service Ribbon, Overseas Service Ribbon, and the Armed Forces Reserve Medal with M device.
She's become a great living American at her young age.
Yeah. Also killed, 35-year-old Captain Cody Cork of Winter Haven, Florida, Sergeant First Class Noah Tietjens, 42, of Bellevue, Nebraska, and Sergeant Declan Cody, 20 years old, of West Des Moines, Iowa. All were assigned to the 103rd Sustainment Command, which provided food, fuel, water, and ammo, transport equipment, and supplies to other troops. A Hugo woman is charged with a felony after she allegedly left a series of threatening messages with Republican gubernatorial candidate and Minnesota House Speaker Lisa Demuth. According to a criminal complaint, on January 1st, the Minnesota State Patrol began investigating voicemails that 42-year-old Rachel Welsh had left with Demuth and another state representative. The messages to Demuth started out with the caller saying, "I'm going to come and meet you. Wherever you are, you should be wondering when we're going to come." On January 2nd, state troopers met with Welch to ask about the messages and whether she intended to do any harm. After that, the voicemails grew more intense and continued vows to find Demuth and be there, quote, every step of your campaign. The day after a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement officer shot and killed Renee Good in Minneapolis, Welch allegedly left a voicemail calling Demuth a traitor if she doesn't reverse course on immigration agents' presence in Minnesota. In February, Welch's alleged voicemails began including references to bulletproof glass and firearms. One saying, "You are going to fall, and I will be there. I'll be at the end of that barrel." Another message left on February 24th again mentioned Demuth's campaign and wanting to, quote, show you how good I've been getting at my Second Amendment classes. Court records indicate Welch was released from jail on Thursday of last week with a $20,000 bond. Per the terms of her release, Welch was ordered to relinquish any firearm she may have, cease all contact with Demuth, and submit to a mental health screening and GPS monitoring. Her next court appearance is April 7th.
What has Demuth said that so irritated this fruitcake?
She's a Republican, Joe.
I guess that must be it, huh?
Yeah. One of the people killed in a mass shooting in Austin, Texas last weekend was a Minnesotan. and mixed martial arts fighter who had just moved to Texas, according to his mother. She said her 30-year-old son, Jorge Peterson, graduated in 2013 from Kirkhoven-Murdoch-Sunburg High School, where he wrestled and played football, then earned a degree from NDSU. She said he moved to Austin last month for a new job. Peterson died from injuries suffered in the shooting, which also wounded more than a dozen other people early Sunday morning. Med City Fighting Championships, a mixed martial arts promoter based in Rochester, said Peterson was one of the people on their first card. He was, they said, a fantastic fighter and one of their favorite people to interact with. The organization also started a fundraiser to benefit his family. As of yesterday afternoon, it had raised more than $11,000. The suspect was fatally shot by police. FBI and local police have said a motive for the shooting is still under investigation. And Twin Cities-based Target posted another quarter of falling revenue and customer traffic at its stores yesterday, but there was some good news in it, too. Its shares rose as the retailer's earnings beat estimates and said it's poised to end its sales slump. The big box retailer, which is in the middle of a turnaround effort, said sales and traffic trends picked up in the last 2 months of the holiday quarter. Then sales turned positive year over year in February, which is the beginning of the current quarter. Speaking to CNBC on Tuesday, Target CEO Michael Fidelki said the company is, in his words, out of the gates strong this year. He noted that 1 month of growth does not make a trend, but he said February sales gives him confidence the company is moving back to growth. Why don't we take a quick break here?
I have breaking news, though.
Yes.
Let's go.
Well, offsite correspondent Jordy alerts us that only black smoke is rising from the chimney in Tehran, so they haven't picked the new supreme leader yet.
Don't wait for the white smoke.
Yeah. Why don't we hear from Mr. Olson?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Anyway.
I'm kind of looking for a side gig. Maybe, Matthew, you could warn your sister.
I hope you find one.
I'm available as a travel agent. Chris, maybe you could kill the grouchy one's mic there. So if you're a Minnesotan, you're coming into the Twin Cities this week from Warroad or International Falls or maybe even hated Slayton, I'm going to fill up your schedule right now. In addition to the hockey going on in St. Paul, the Northwest Sports Show, presented by Furniture and Things, is at the Minneapolis Convention Center tomorrow through Sunday. It's the largest annual outdoor show, and it's all under one roof. It's bringing together everything: boating, hunting, camping, fishing, outdoor adventure, you name it. It's massive. It's over 600 exhibitors, tons of gear, tons of gadgets, and lots of new stuff. I love the electronic new stuff that comes out every year. Absolutely the best place to plan your upcoming season. A great place to compare brands, boats, RVs, you name it. It's all there under one roof. Oh, in the RV area, 60,000 square feet. My goodness. Buy those tickets early. Save yourself some money. Get online. Visit northwestsportshow.com. Save money. northwestsportshow.com. John?
Thanks, Kenny. In national and international news, update to what's going on in the Mideast. The U.S. State Department is encouraging Americans now in 14 different countries, including non-essential staff in 6 Gulf embassies, to depart immediately. That update came as President Trump said U.S. munitions were in hefty supply, potentially allowing the war to continue indefinitely, up from his projected timeline of 4 to 5 weeks. Israel, meanwhile, sent ground troops into southern Lebanon after Hezbollah launched rockets in response to U.S. and Israeli strikes in Iran. Hezbollah is an Iranian allied militia, pledges allegiance to that country's supreme leader. Israel has said it destroyed at least 70 of Hezbollah's weapons storage facilities as of this morning, and also claims to have killed the group's intelligence chief, among over 50 people reportedly killed. Separately, the Iranian Red Crescent reported a death count of 787 yesterday from the U.S. and Israeli strikes in Iran.
I'd like to know more about the speculation that Iran is firing all their cheap stuff, the parts bin stuff they got left over there, just firing the hell out of it. And they're saving their good stuff.
So you're talking like the discount tool thing at Fratelloni's?
Yeah, betting that we might run out of our good stuff, and they haven't launched their good stuff yet. They
got something behind the curtain.
They're launching $20,000 drones, and it takes us $1 million rocket to knock it down.
That sounds like I don't believe that.
I know. I said I'd like to know more about it.
Come on, give me your good stuff.
definitely propaganda.
This ain't no wedding at Cana.
Meanwhile, this
Well,
story.
even the good stuff till last.
Oh, yeah. No, but she just said make some more. Yeah.
The story.
I hope she's not there.
First Wednesday of the month.
It's 1 o'clock.
Oh, John's hearing a
1
siren.
o'clock.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
I'd get in the basement if I were you.
Yeah,
He
I'm
is in the
actually
basement.
Meanwhile, this story from the military.com website, it's at a lot of other websites too, and it's an odd story. An organization that's been fighting against religious extremism in the U.S. military for 2 decades has reported they've received more than 200 new complaints since Saturday's initial strikes against Iran, with members across all services in the U.S. claiming that high-ranking officers are trying to tie the mission overseas to fulfilling a Christian prophecy.
Yep. I got to read you a text from Patrick, but go ahead, John.
Yeah.
A combat unit commander told non-commissioned officers at a briefing Monday the Iran war is part of God's plan and that President Trump was, quote, anointed by Jesus to light the signal fire in Iran to cause Armageddon and mark his return to Earth. That complaint was made by a non-commissioned officer and provided to the Military Religious Freedom Foundation, which from Saturday morning through Monday evening received and logged more than 200 complaints from members of the military about commanders in every branch of the services saying the same kind of thing. A Pentagon spokesperson, when asked about the complaints and the ties to the ongoing mission in the Middle East, did not directly respond to the question. Instead, they referred military.com to Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's remarks about on Monday about the United States' intentions in the Mideast.
Pat, would you read me what you texted me last night?
Hey, Sochi boy, this religious stuff with the troops can't be true, can't it? It's got to be bullshit, right? I mean, what the hell are we? Jesus is on our side. Let's have Trumper go.
You have to admit, though, if you've read or you're familiar with the New Testament, I mean, this thought has come to mind,
It's
right?
that part of the world, Kenny. Sure, we got an end of the world situation. Just give me a week's notice.
I got to make a run to the store.
Yeah.
Oh, we all.
Yeah.
I see a lot of
Soch,
things.
while you're there, grab me a little bottle of Bombay, will you?
There's a lot of things that could come to a head this year. UFOs, aliens.
Well, it's axiomatic that the more trouble the world's in, the more you hear about UFOs. And I'm just waiting for the loudspeaker announcement from the guy who slides the door open on the saucer and gets his megaphone and says, you people are really goofed up.
You want to talk about the Antichrist? Is the Antichrist a human being? Is it an angel from above, or is it AI?
Well, there are various colors on the president that are not known to this planet. You know, the hair and the neck and the skin. These are colors we haven't ever seen before.
Boy, I set that up perfectly, didn't I?
Thank you very much.
Hey, Jesus, just keep making drones like the loaves and fishes. Let's take a couple more drones here.
Texas with some big nation-influencing primaries yesterday. In a surprise upset, State Representative Steve Toth defeated U.S. Rep. Dan Crenshaw. Crenshaw was defeated in Tuesday's GOP primary election.
Really?
Being ousted as one of the state's most recognizable GOP congressmen. Toth, the fellow that defeated him, is the owner of a local pool cleaning company, considered one of the most conservative members of the Texas legislature. He carried a wide margin of the vote. The already Republican-leaning district, which includes Montgomery and Harris counties, was redrawn last year to be more conservative. Toth wrote on X early this morning, big thanks to the voters of Congressional District 2. I will work hard for you. The contest was widely seen as Crenshaw's toughest since being elected to Congress in 2018 after he failed to secure the endorsement of President Trump.
Was he not MAGA enough?
Correct. Crenshaw backed most of Trump's opinions, but differed on several big ones like the U.S. and Ukraine. He also voted to certify the 2020 election, calling Republicans who disputed the results performance artists. Former Navy SEAL, who has made a name calling out outrage culture among Democrats and Republicans alike, Crenshaw had been in an ongoing feud with right-wing media figures, including former Fox News host Tucker Carlson and conspiracy theorist Candace Owens. Toth campaigned as a more conservative alternative to Crenshaw, promising to fight on mega issues like rolling back vaccine mandates, something Crenshaw has opposed. Among his backers, Robert Marling, a banker in the Woodlands and a longtime GOP donor who gave $1 million to a super PAC supporting U.S. Senator Ted Cruz last October.
Speaking of Texas, didn't what's her name lose too?
Crockett.
Right here, Chris.
I think he's got it in the news, yeah.
I bet it's his next story, my guess.
Sorry, Jim.
State Rep James Tallarico topped Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett in an expensive and fiercely contested Texas Senate Democratic primary that once again has the party dreaming of a big upset in November. Who Tallarico will face now depends on a May runoff between longtime Republican Senator John Cornyn and mega favorite Ken Paxton. A race expected to get increasingly nasty over coming months could hinge on whether or not President Trump offers an endorsement to either of the Republican candidates. Texas, along with North Carolina and Arkansas, on Tuesday kicked off midterm elections with control of Congress at stake. No Democrat has won a statewide race in the Republican state in over 30 years. But in a statement after the victory, Tallarico proclaimed, "We're about to take back Texas."
I wonder if I think he's more sane than Jasmine Crockett.
You think?
Yeah. I think the country will survive the absence of Jasmine Crockett.
Fred has already stated.
Yeah. Thank you.
We encourage each and every one of you to remain resilient. We cannot allow this type of behavior to be rewarded.
Come on.
Because so long as they know that they can win, even if it means cheating, then they will continue to do it.
Thank you, Jasmine.
It's now 4-0 in favor of it being chosen.
The Blue Jackets are running away with it, Kenny.
It's kind of one-sided, Matthew.
I know we didn't like the theater from Walz and Ellison and everything, but
I did.
I have to play this because this is pretty funny.
Well, is it? What is it?
Is
it's
it
not
germane?
AI, is it?
Is it germane to what we're speaking
Well,
about?
if each of you would shut your pie holes, I could explain.
Germane.
John, help me out. Representative Fallon, I don't know where he resides.
No idea.
Here we go.
Is that Jimmy Fallon?
No, it's not Jimmy Fallon.
KDW.
And, Mr. Chairman, I don't know if you know this, but it's been widely reported that in 2008, when Barack Obama was choosing his vice presidential candidate, he had three criteria. He wanted to make sure he picked somebody that wasn't as smart as him and had less talent and charisma and couldn't possibly outshine him, so he picked Joe Biden. And then Joe Biden in 2020 used the exact same criteria. He wanted to make sure he picked somebody who wasn't as smart as him, had less talent and charisma, and wouldn't outshine him, and he picked Kamala Harris.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 2024, Governor, I think it's very evident why Kamala Harris picked you.
Whoa.
I heard that. I said, "Oh, I gotta play this on the air."
Wonderful.
But that's perfect defense for what I've been saying.
Right.
What was the purpose of that?
To
make us laugh?
Yeah.
I loved it.
To give
really,
me joy.
It served no purpose.
Oh, it did. I feel buoyed.
It's the happiest you've been all day.
I do. I feel happy.
You're welcome.
I have to admit,
Thank
it was
you.
fun.
He had a hint of Norm Macdonald in him.
I almost said Norm
Thank you,
Macdonald
Johnny.
as soon as he started
Play it
talking because he
again.
had this
All
thing
right.
going.
Play it again.
Move it like
All
that.
right.
Talking like
It's
this.
not clone, but it's
Mr. Chairman, I don't know if you know this, but it's been widely reported that in 2008, when Barack Obama was choosing his vice presidential candidate, he had three criteria. He wanted to make sure he picked somebody that wasn't as smart as him and had less talent and charisma and couldn't possibly outshine him, so he picked Joe Biden. And then Joe Biden in 2020 used the exact same criteria. He wanted to make sure he picked somebody who wasn't as smart as him, had less talent and charisma, and wouldn't outshine him, and he picked Kamala Harris. And then in 2024, Governor, I think it's very evident why Kamala Harris picked you.
Would you like to hear it?
That's pretty damn
I mean,
good.
that's what I'm talking
From a
about, where it's
politician.
become
I know
social.
what you're talking about.
It's social media.
Right.
That's a
Would you like to
social
hear a
media
joke?
thing.
I would love a joke. It's something the people I feel need a joke right now because, times are really weird.
This is not my joke.
You didn't write this.
No,
I'm not playing the whole thing.
No, I don't want to hear Howard.
That's Patrick Fallon, by the way, is who that is, and he is from Texas. He's a graduate of Notre Dame, where he played football under Lou Holtz, and was part of the 1988 championship
I'll
team.
be damned.
I would guess he's fairly conservative because he wrote a bill that would allow students and employees to say Merry Christmas instead of Happy Holidays. So
That's an important bill.
never really understood.
It was good for me, Sid. Was it good for you?
Hey, good news for you GLers down in Dodge County. Your team just scored.
All right.
All right,
They're
they're on
coming
the
back.
board.
It's
Go.
not over till it's over.
Come on, 61.
More Americans are digging into their retirement savings because of financial emergencies.
Yeah.
Last year, Last year, a record 6% of workers in 401k plans administered by Vanguard Group took a hardship withdrawal. That's up from 4.8% in 2024 and a pre-pandemic average of about 2%. The data paints a divergent financial picture of American workers' finances. Well, most are faring well. Some are experiencing heightened financial stress, according to Vanguard. Workers have been saving more in 401ks, and balances have gone up to all-time highs along with rising markets. But with more people saving in 401ks, retirement accounts are being increasingly important lifelines when financial trouble hits. And the financial advisors say those financial troubles are hitting now as hard as they ever have.
Are you taxed on a hardship withdrawal?
You are taxed, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
My retirement plan is to die in the gutter.
Damn it, Kenny. My question for you was...
stole Rookie's line.
No, I don't know if it was going to be funny or not, but I was going to say, Kenny, have you jumped into that $34 in the jar that is your emergency retirement fund? Hardship withdrawal. I need booze.
Well, it's not... I have a fund, right?
Yep.
Where, you know, you buy things and sneak them home and
that's
stash
the
them away.
stash, Kenny. That's the GL stash.
The stash is gone.
Yeah,
I've had to pay. I've had to use it for adult
You're
stuff.
overdrawn on the stash.
I hate that I have to use my fund money for adult stuff.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the location of my stash has been found.
You're
Whoops.
Yeah.
You want me to sit on it?
And they don't even leave IOUs.
Start this man right now. Okay. Yes, sir.
Here's today's sports hero, John Goots.
Did he follow Lou?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, didn't he preceded Lou.
Whatever. Can we?
But the beauty of that opening
Booty was
is
after.
the interaction between the two hosts. If you'll just indulge me for a second.
Let's take our break. And
No, start this man right now.
Okay, let's get this guy out.
That's what we call synergy.
Yeah,
My favorite is at the end of Double Flange on the Joyce when Pat says, hey, straighten that guy out. Hey, buddy, help him.
I told you I had to stand on Pat.
Yes.
He wanted to say, get these guys off the air. I said, no, wait, just relax.
Create some magic.
But you have to also admit he's brilliant, like when he went off on kids, or the stop calling and asking where he's just so angry.
I'm going to come over there and flick your ear, you little brat.
Stop calling and asking.
Plate
Listen,
appearances.
Kid, get off the phone.
Calling and asking.
And he was genuinely angry.
He was outraged over people wondering why Brian Harper couldn't win the batting title.
Because he didn't have enough at bats.
You know who I ran into the airport today? Black Jack Morris.
Really?
Oh,
cool. Was he his usual friendly self?
He was actually very friendly. I gave him crap about being a Highland Park grad, and he's in the Lorong line. And
Did you go? He emasculated me one day. We were talking snowmobiling, and I told him what kind of sled I had. And Jack said, well, that's a cute little ditch banger.
John, thank you so much.
Did you give it the... Sure. Remember that time?
You remember the time when I
Game
said
7?
I worked with Joe and Pat, and you're like, why are you working with those two dumbasses? The last time I talked to him, he did say something to that effect.
Yeah, well, nice to see you, Jack.
Yeah.
Although no one had a better Game 6 than... Seven than Jack Morris.
Yep.
In history.
Because like Game 6, they had to play another one.
Well, Koufax was pretty good in 65.
See, why do you got to do that, John? Why can't you just let us have a moment?
Mighty
John.
On 2 days rest, he threw a shutout against Twins.
Yeah, but only in 9 innings.
1965.
Didn't Jack go...
He went 10.
Went 10.
And what did Tom Kelly say?
He
That's
wasn't-
enough, Jack. And he said, I'm not coming out. Well, it's just a game.
Koufax threw 2 shutouts in 3
Holtzy
days.
coached the first 11 games. Goody coached the bowl game and then became the regular coach.
John Goose.
Yeah.
Here's today's sports hero.
Well,
let's introduce a new Garage Logic partner.
Look at this.
Quick Links Golf, ladies and gentlemen, based out of Chaska, Minnesota. Here's the deal. I kind of got into it yesterday with Mr. Fred Aloni because they also sponsor the Weekly Scramble podcast. And he looked at me and said, Reavers, you don't know anything about golf. And I said, okay, you might be right. However, it's a local golf simulator company. You want to build a golf simulator inside of your man
Get your
cave?
own room?
Yes. That's what they do there, Joe.
You stay there?
They offer complete installation services, and they also offer DIY packages as well. And they have a wonderful local showroom, like I mentioned, down in Chaska, Minnesota. Multiple technology options that meet all different price points. And you can meet with them designing a renovation, a new home, or new office space to ensure that the dimensions are right for a great simulator room. Go to their website, by the way, quicklinksgolf.com. When you go to that website, you can also see different styles that they have created. That's right. They have all sorts of recent projects that are available on their website. And you can also schedule a free project consultation. It's a really cool company. And you know what? You want to design that man cave? Talk to my friends at quicklinksgolf.com. Like I mentioned, schedule that free consultation and mention that you heard about them on the Garage Logic podcast, Joe.
I have a prediction.
Okay.
That if the world doesn't end, at some point this country will have a complete indoor golf course.
Oh, really?
I don't know when. I'm just saying that's a prediction.
Here in Minnesota?
Really? I don't know where. I'm saying there'll be a complete indoor golf course.
For a little while it seems you got time to choose your dreams. Pretty soon you look around and you see 100 years ain't what it used to be. And my grandpa Roy, when he was a boy in 1904, he was taught by men who fought in the actual Civil War. And only 8 decades passed, and my high school class put the tassels on the other side. Started on our way full of naivete on the great American ride. The months and years slide past, each more quickly than the last. Pretty soon you look around and you'll see 100 years ain't what it used to be. Oh, got it! Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Johnny Heidt.
He did the guitar face. Ibuprofen's under buy again in my online shopping cart. Every week I learn something else I should be doing for my heart. If I use the wrong pillow, I might have trouble getting out of bed. My hair grows in my ears and nose now more than on my head. As a kid, to me, ancient history was something like World War I. But I arrived close to that time than this year as I sing this song. And I'm starting to find I can wrap my mind around life is brief and dear. I can hardly believe my baby girl's turned 26 this year. Oh.
Here's a man who spends hours in hardware stores, sifting through the nuts and bolts of life. Joe Souchere.
Hello?
No.
Check hello. Hello, is this on?
Yeah.
Hi.
I didn't do it.
Okay.
You sure?
If winter's taking a toll on your garage door, beat the spring rush. Get a new door. Get a hold of Precision Garage Door. Schedule a free on-site new door estimate. They got garage door designers. They come out, talk it over, figure out the aesthetics. They have models for every budget. And right now, get a $400 trade-in credit for your old garage door when you purchase a new one. And you like your current door, but boy, you've been paying attention to it all winter, and she's creaking and groaning, and you're worried about it. Throw the diagnostics at it. Get a $79 safe and sound package from Precision Door, which includes a 25-point safety inspection and diagnostic reports. Plus, they'll lube it up. They got all that anti-noise stuff.
Wrap it up, baby.
Book online at Precision Door MN. That's one word, precisiondoormn.com. Or call Precision Door at 612-263-6985 to schedule your free on-site new door estimate or book one of those safe and sound packages with Precision Door. Say, the mink alerted me to something. Another sign of the comeback in Minneapolis. Downtown is clawing its way back.
Okay.
And
is this the building?
Oh, this is the mayor was he dropped by 3 new Skyway businesses that have opened in the last 2 weeks.
Oh,
weed. Yeah. Well, coffee, because coffee.
Wink, wink.
You got to have a coffee shop, and it's sad because he's standing there, and there's about 3 people. It's
and one's somebody's relative.
Yeah. I don't know if you're going to build back the city on Skyway shops. It's a great sign. I'm glad. But
you take the Skyway.
Didn't we just sell a nice building there for $1?
Joe, I had brought this up yesterday. The Lumber Exchange building.
That's a nice building.
Building that I had worked at on the weekends for a number of years. Sold for $1.
Busy little one.
Can you imagine a time when the Lumber Exchange building was bustling with business?
I remember it well.
It wasn't that long ago.
Because they were exchanging lumber.
Oh, sure.
Well, you go way back, you got the lumber, right?
Yeah.
But recently, up until COVID, you had the Exchange nightclub in the basement. You had the Poorhouse that was massive. And then up above, you had the Lumber Event Center that hosted many, many weddings.
Well, who bought it for $1?
Her name is Christy Oman.
Hell, I would have bought it for $1.
Well,
then
I
what
don't
do you do?
The official sale price is $20,001. $20,000 is a fee due to auction. She's going to open it up to tenants for art.
And great! That'll fly.
That'll bring them in.
So
there it is. There's the.
Her plan is to
answer.
designate some of the space for smaller tenants such as artists, fashion companies, and creative businesses. They'll have options to pay as low as $500 per month in rent, which Oman believes will give smaller business a renewed chance.
I think I'm going to open up an autism shop there.
Well, the state would be happy to help you with that.
Sell me some autism.
Yeah.
Come and get it.
Only because they come to us all the way.
Hold on.
Yes.
I want to give you a primer for what's happening today on Krabby.
All right.
Have you heard of something called the Promise Act Grant Program?
It's right here in my pile.
Yeah, it was something the state did. They were awarding grants to eligible businesses in communities that have been adversely affected by structural racism and other discrimination. So a guy downstairs, Ryan Raish, did a story about it earlier this week. And he looked into, and I have since looked into a bunch of the people that were awarded these grants. Mm-hmm. About 99% of them are Somalis. Mm-hmm. So we're going to talk about that. And then the second half of the hour, this one's really good. A guy named Scott Dexter. He was a retired investigator for the Minnesota Department of Human Services, and he was notifying his aboves, his managers, and people at the BCA about fraud in the teens, in the 20-teens, and was routinely ignored. And Jay dug this guy up. You know how Jay is. If you're out there, he'll find you.
Yeah.
And Jay did find him, so we're going to talk to him. And we're the only outlet that he's going to talk to, so it should be interesting. But like I said earlier, Joe, where are we going with this? Let's start naming names.
I couldn't agree more.
Anyway, that's today's Krabby. It'll be out later this afternoon.
2 names have been named, Walz and Ellison.
Yep.
We need more. Only because they come to us all the way from Penguin, Tasmania.
They're still there?
The traveling Lymans at worldwidewaftage.com. It was on this day,
March 4th.
In 1854, on this day, St. Paul and Stillwater were incorporated as cities. On this day,
March 4.
In 1892, in Tower, Minnesota, Father Joseph F. Bew published issue number 11 of Amenkansky Slovenak, the American Slovene, the first national newspaper for Slovenes in the U.S. The paper had started in Chicago, but had ceased publication after 10 issues. Bew, B-U-H, Bew or Buh, who served St. Martin's Catholic Church in Tower and St. Anthony Parish in Ely, supervised the paper's publication until 1899.
So it was F. Bew.
That's one of those ones that I'm surprised made this day in history.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's, you know what, you're scraping the bottom.
On this day,
March 4th.
I don't know. I thought it was interesting.
Really?
Interesting.
I didn't see you that interesting.
I have no opinion.
Amerikansky Slovenik. On this day,
March 4th.
In 1911, Jerry McCarthy and Peter Jewell escaped from the main cell house at the Minnesota State Prison in Stillwater after McCarthy somehow obtained a key that unlocked the bar running in front of the cell doors.
And what did the key look like, Joe?
Big, had a big circle at the end and a thing.
Yes, the skeleton key.
Jewell, a trustee making his evening rounds with a torch and that would have been a torch, for igniting tapers stuck by convicts. Wait a minute now.
Check it out.
Jewell, a trustee making his evening rounds with a torch for igniting tapers stuck by convicts in their cell doors with which to light their pipes for a final night's smoke, used the key to release McCarty and 2 hard cases, hastily climbed over a wall. On July, the 2 hard cases climbed over the wall. On July 15, McCarty, a burglar who had been sent to Stillwater for shooting at police officers, and Minneapolis patrolman Joseph Ollinger killed each other in a close-range revolver battle.
Wow.
On August 12, Jewell, sentenced for robbing a jewelry store, his name was Jewell, J-U-H-L, was captured on the crowded Selby Avenue Lake Street streetcar line after mortally wounding St. Paul detective Frank Fraser, who clung to Jewell until another officer felled the escapee with his police club.
Yeah. Wow.
That's a novel.
I would have thought he would have tried to blend in at the Freight House or something.
Man.
Boy, that's really good. Write that up, Joe.
Wow.
Whip that. I want to see a treatment on that tomorrow.
On this day,
March 4th.
In 1941, Elkhorn native Sam Lepresti, a goaltender for the Chicago Blackhawks, made an astounding 80 saves in a game against the Boston Bruins.
Wow.
Despite this valiant effort, 3 pucks got by him and Chicago lost 3-2.
Oh, man.
Holy mackerel.
What a punk.
On this day,
What an insult.
March 4th.
in 1942,
I stopped 80 shots and you guys could only score 2 goals.
I would have. Man, Oh, man. I can't.
Yes.
Wow.
on this day,
March 4th.
in 1942, Tammy Faye LaValle, later Tammy Faye Baker, was born in International Falls. With her husband, Jim Baker, she helped found 3 of the largest Christian television scams in the world. No, television networks in the world, including the Praise the Lord ministry.
PTL.
After Jim was jailed for fraud and conspiracy, a charge for which she escaped conviction, she divorced him and married Roe Mesner.
What's wrong with Roe?
I don't know who that is. On
Every
this
time
day, in-
those people show up in the news, I think of Elmer Gantry and what a wonderful book that was.
on this day in Minnesota sports disappointment history.
Who would we lose to on March 4th?
Well, on this day in 1976, due process hearings were set for 3 Gopher basketball players. I suppose they were cheating or something, and
I think they were.
they had to
Ronald Roe Messner died in March of 25, was an American building contractor who built more than 1,700 churches, including several mega
Well,
churches.
Tammy probably knew him from he was in the business.
Yep.
The church business.
Right. Wichita, Kansas.
I'll be damned.
Elmer Gantry was drunk.
That's the first line.
That's the first line.
First sentence. Thank you, GLers.
Do us a favor and hit subscribe on the Garage Logic YouTube channel, where you can watch the show each and every single day.
Oh, wait. On this day in 1789, the U.S. Constitution took effect.
Nice.
That's a good run.
Yeah. It was a good run. Very good. Very
Had
good.
a nice run.
Line of the day.
Had a
Shot in
nice
the goal.
run.
Nice.